there's a different level to that, which is, you know, I don't believe in overly sugary sweet things, because you're just gonna end up bad for you. Like, you're gonna end up with a hangover. I like things that taste good. So in this day and age, when people are really conscious about what they eat, not just like girls with calories, but just stuff that tastes real. It's not like the sort of synthetic bubble gum that comes out. Like, that's good for a sip. But if you're gonna be if you're gonna be drinking for 5-6 hours a night, like we're old enough where you don't want to get beyond wasted and then feel horrible. You want to sort of pace that out so you can mix it. So that was the goal. The goal was like, how do we come up with that perfect mix of something that tastes good, sweet, light, that can be mixed with, you know, if I want a little extra kick, I can throw some Patron in it. If I want to, you know, do it, I can put some, you know, Grey Goose. I can mix it with anything. Or I could just sip it by itself with some soda. And I know that while it's sweet, there's not that overly sugar that's gonna get me hungover. So that was sort of the two worlds coming together. And that's why it took almost 3 years and a lot of different versions and a lot of work, you know. The biggest thing is these things don't happen, not only not overnight, but it takes so much effort to come up with the right mix and do that. So we launched with this because I don't feel that people know enough yet about the badass elements of sake. Like, sake is the coolest drink on the planet, period. Like, it's the purest. It's made with like 4 ingredients. But the Japanese people have only experienced it in like a sushi restaurant, and they've only had it hot. And hot is like the worst thing you can do. It's basically taking it and masking the impurities. It's you know, to be true, it sort of relates the difference between like cocaine and crack. It's like the bottom of the barrel. It's like, you know, you want to go pure, you're going to be spending money. You want to go for like the bottom of the barrel crack, unfortunately. And maybe I should mention the drug references, but you know, if you're relating, but it's funny because if you're relating to sake and to experiencing it, you want to try the best and be set off on that level. So we wanted to bring the best type of sake. So by having the liqueur first, we can introduce people to what Asian spirits are. And what we have in TyKu is we're the only brand that can create under 100 calorie cocktails. And we use ingredients that create a sweet taste, but that you could find like Whole Foods, like very prominent ingredients. So green tea, that, you know, the green tea leaf, when you have green tea, it's like full of antioxidant stuff. When you drink, you know, mangosteen juice, Oprah is talking about the crazy positive benefits of that. And while alcohol isn't healthy, you have a choice of something that is, you know, along the lines of making you feel not as bad and making that decision. So that's part of the thing for this. And the base of it, the way that we can keep it under 100 calories is because we have a little secret weapon, and that's my boy over here. Soju. I don't know, have you ever heard of soju or tasted it? So soju this is definitely like the coolest drink in the world. It's the most consumed alcohol on planet Earth. More than vodka or anything else. It's basically an Asian vodka, but it's lower proof, so it's like, instead of 80 proof, we're talking about something that's, you know, 50 to 60 proof, but it's super low in calories. It's a third the calories, but it still packs the same punch. And this is the basis of the liqueur. So this plus this, and then we add all natural ingredients like green tea, ginseng, mangosteen, goji berry. So these like come together in here, and it's like the Wonder Twin powers activate. So we roll that over there, and then you have our sakis. And so every great company has to have, like, whether it's clothing or whatever, you gotta have a couture line. You gotta have the best of the best, because you don't want to be seen as anything but the best. This right here is the best sake on the planet, and this is our TyKu White. This is our Daiginjo. It's every bottle comes in this box. It is what Cristal is to champagne. It is what Johnny Walker Blue is. They only make 3,000 of these per year. It's numbered. It's the craziest story alive. And to give it in a Cliff Note version, if you ever seen Kill Bill, the brewmaster here looks like the sensei from Kill Bill. Didn't want to ever let a gaijin from the U.S. have his like best formula. We created our mantra is to believe in respect tradition, embrace tomorrow. So you got to take the tradition of sake brewing, and this guy, to become a sake master, it takes 30 years of training, every day polishing rice. You're getting the purest water. It's just like you see in the kung fu movies, like the care that's taken in everything. It's people in the U.S. don't even get it because it's so labor intensive, and they have guys that polish the rice. They take this rice and they just polish it by hand in these little crystals, and then they take water from the base of Mount Fuji that goes underground and travels below glacier water 68 miles to get the nutrients. It takes 50 years, and then it pops out of a natural spring. That's the water they use in this. So 2 pounds of this rice kernel is used per bottle. Then, if you guys know what Kobe beef is, when you eat the steak, the whole thing there, they massage the beef, they feed it. It's the most expensive meat in the world. Same as this rice and this sake. They massage the rice when they put the flavor in the yeast for 48 hours straight, constantly, in a wood cedar lined koji room. So the same material the box is made out of, it's an entire room where for 2 days they're massaging it, and they soak it 7 times. They put the alcohol fermentation in it, they wrap it up, they put it on the roof, and each bottle, it's dripped into the bottle 1 drip at a time. So this is, when you're buying a bottle like this, you're getting the best in the world. I mean, you're getting some of the most unbelievable traditions, but in a modern package. Because if you guys go out to like a sushi restaurant, a lot of people are Nobu, Sushi Samba, and I've seen like Jay and Beyonce there, and they order, they love, they call it YK35, the most expensive sake in the menu. But you can't pronounce the name. They say YK35, that's the name of the yeast strain, the name of the yeast in it. So it's like there's never been a market for understanding, when people say Ace of Spades, when people say, Johnny Blue, Platinum, Patron, like they know what you're talking about. With sake, there's never been that level, and they don't understand. So this is TyKu White. So all you gotta do is like TyKu White, and every bottle comes like this. But when you're just starting to introduce someone to a new category, like there's no way that you could ever take someone from zero who's had hot sake, which is called futsu in Japan. It's crap, it's basically sewer water, to then buy $200, $150 for a bottle. So where is that happy medium? Where can you, say, I want to try sake, I want a good sake, but I don't want to spend $200, but I don't want to spend $10 for crap. So this was the goal. What we did here is we created TyKu Black, and Black was, this is what we sell in the stores, and this is a sake bomb kit. Because if anyone wants to have a good party, sake bombs make the best at a party. And it's what the samurais used to do before war. It's when you come in and have you guys ever done sake bomb? Yeah. But what's great about the Black is that we found a brewer who had all this quality, the rice, the water, the yeast, all the right ingredients, the traditional Japanese method, but he could do it in Oregon, Forest Grove, Oregon, so a microbrewery for beer. So we could create this top quality sake, but sell it for less than $30. So all of a sudden, you have an opportunity to let people have a truly great product at that lower price point. So you're creating a new market for it. People were used to having sort of crap tequila for $10. Patron came out and charged $50, but they backed it up with the quality. This is what it is. Now there are like 20 other tequilas that are that level and higher. So we're trying to sort of create an understanding through all these products of, what there is, and it's you come out with a smash single. Like I feel like in music terms, we know we have a hit with the core, but you got to follow up, and you can't just sit on it. And you have to. All these guys do it. Like I said, from Swiss, Jay. When you go back, it's constantly evolving and creating something that's new. And I think this is where it is, and that's why we have the whole lineup coming in, and people understand it. Like I said, who would have known that this is the most consumed beverage on the planet? No one's ever done it for the U.S. No one's ever marketed it. No one's ever created a package for it. So we just want to pay it the right honor to sort of create that. So respect tradition, embrace tomorrow.